I think psychedelics give you access to a higher realm that you're not able to experience in this third dimensional perspective of sight, sound, touch, hearing, tasting, smelling, I think it brings you to a higher dimension, honestly. Higher dimensions we can't even explain. It sounds like it wouldn't be that, because when we think of dimensions, we think of left, right, up, down, inside out, right? Like, sorry, excuse my fucking radio. We think of like, the three dimensions, X axis, Y axis, and a Z axis. That's what we think of. But when you go to higher dimensions, it gets so much more complex. The fourth dimension can see into the third dimension, right? Fifth can see down to fourth and smaller. The higher you go, you can only see one down and everything below it. You can never see up. You can never see past your current dimension. Now, when you take these psychedelics, I believe, my general theorem is you get to access these higher realms of information, etc., right? You get to, it offers you knowledge, right? It gives you the knowledge of these higher realms, and it offers you different perspectives. It brings out the darkness within you, and it shows you the light. It brings, that's why people say they have bad trips too, I believe, is because it brings out the darkness in these people, and it brings out the things that they've been hiding, the things that they've been keeping down inside themselves. And it's scary to them because they buried it for a reason. Their subconscious buried it out of instinct. And when you're bringing it up, it's a shock to the system for sure. It's a shock to the system for sure. And I think when you shock that system and you actually face it, you gain so much out of it, right? When you sharpen the sword, when you put a grindstone to the sword, it's going to sharpen. Think of your mind like that. Think of your spirituality like that, your mental health. All right, think of the mushrooms doing this. Think of the LSD in some cases doing this. DMT. Things, ayahuasca, which is, DMT, of course. Things like this. I think it's important if everyone is comfortable to experience and experiment with psychedelics at least once. I'm not advising this, YouTube, because this is illegal. It is a class 1 substance, and you will catch a felony for possession, depending on the amount, I guess. I'm not recommending anyone take the substance. I'm not a health professional. I'm not a mental health professional, but it's really helped me evolve spiritually, mentally, and emotionally in my life. I'm 19 years old, born in 2004, if that's so hard to believe, but I feel at least 28, 30 years old in my mind, which is weird. People think, oh, that must suck. It can, because the people around me I don't really relate to. I don't even relate to most adults. Most adults are still fucking teenagers. And you can tell by just talking to them if you're aware. Awareness is everything. I feel older in my head. Spiritually, too, I feel thousands and thousands of years old. Like, this isn't my first time. I'm not crazy. I'm just talking from fucking experience and pure fact of like just how I work and operate and the things I'm able to come up with and experiences I've had, especially on psychedelics, like we're talking about. I think it's such a cool miracle that mushrooms can do these things to your mind. Now people may call it pseudoscience. Oh, you're hallucinating, so it's not real. But there's a lot of science that does prove that it's real. And in fact, almost in every other country, it's used as a healing therapeutical medicine. Why that's not allowed in America? I think we know, but I'm not going to say. But yeah, it makes people aware. Like it gives you the awareness of what reality really is, and that can be scary for a lot of people. It was scary at first, right? I was just doing it because I thought first time I ever psychedelics was LSD, acid. I was fucking maybe just turned 16 or maybe still 15, way too young to do it, but I did it. I was a stoner at the time. I was just trying to see fucking how fucked up I can get. I thought it was fun. I thought it was gonna be fun. It fucking matured me 5 years the second that tab hit me in the dome. It matured me. And it brought me to the most lonely place also. You have to keep this in mind. This is a fair warning. It will bring you to an existential place of loneliness. Understanding that we are all one, that we are all the same, just fractals of God, like I've talked about in many previous videos. It will be a shock to the system. And it will be a forever existential loneliness. Whenever I start to think about it, out of nowhere, I'll just be sober. I mean, I'm always sober, but I'll just be in a sober state of mind, and just fucking doing whatever. I start to sit there, bring awareness to it, and think about it. All of a sudden, I feel alone again. I feel alone talking about it right now. Existential loneliness. But then there's also the good side, like, we are all one. We're all a part of the same thing, right? We're all God. Everything is one in the universe. And then I feel less lonely. So it's, it's all about perspective, honestly. But be aware that that is a common side effect. Especially if you take too much. If you're going to do this, which I don't recommend you do, like I said, I recommend you start low dosage and work your way up. Just some general advice and knowledge on psychedelics for today. A little shorter video. It is Christmas Eve. I hope you guys have a good Christmas. Merry Christmas. Let's not forget the real meaning of Christmas here. However you want to view it. Let's just take them all the ways. All the opinions of what Christmas really is. But yeah, I hope you guys have a very safe and Merry Christmas. Spend time with your families. And spread spiritual knowledge during this time. That's what's more important than these gifts. Man, fuck the gifts. Spread spiritual enlightenment. If you want to join our online community, link is in the description below. First link. And if you want to support our clothing, link is below that one as well. TikTok and Instagram links will be in the description. So go ahead and check those out. Follow us on those if you want shorter form content to just browse every day. And until next time, VEXED family, much love.